I'd like to make a motion to amend the minutes of December 27th, 2018, the council meeting, to insert omitted motion passed to approve the minutes of November 21st, 2018's council meeting, November 30th, 2018 special meeting, and December 13th, 2018's work session. No second on the motion?
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
I make a motion to approve minutes of January 24th, 2019, Monessen council meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes. Yes.
So I make a motion to approve minutes of February 14th, 2019, Monessen work session.
Second.
Wait, before we do that, I need to make a motion to amend those minutes of February 14, 2019, to amend where the approval to payment to Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company in the amount of $3,322.16 for repair of the 2018 Seagrove pumper truck. We had left that out.
Oh, the dollar amount.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We're catching that.
As amended.
As amended.
The motion will say as amended.
Yes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
There'll be public comment on agenda items only, if anyone would like to speak. Okay.
Okay, this construction demolition here on Third Avenue, do you know when it's going to be done? Because their deadline is sometime in March. The way it's going, it looks like they still got months of work to do.
What is it exactly? Is it March 28th?
Yeah, it's the end of March.
March 28th is
March 28th, I don't think he's going to get done March 28th because he did something wrong. He's putting all the wood and bricks down in the basement. He ain't doing it the way the DEP did it over here.
He's digging that out.
Yeah, he's
Digging it out.
Okay, but what I'm saying is he ain't gonna make that deadline.
What, on the 29th
It's already
of March,
him.
you ask him.
He
So-
has till the deadline, Ernie, so,
Yeah, but it's only him there with one guy.
again, he has until the deadline.
Okay, so if you paid them all yet, or? Okay. And what happens if he doesn't meet the deadline? Do you keep some of the money?
There are penalties involved if we go that way. There is the
Yeah,
contract.
because every dollar counts.
the engineer's working with him too. The issue with that building is he ran into a significant amount of steel I-beams that we could never have determined were in there unless we had like an X-ray machine. So that's part of the delay, along with the
And
weather
I'm just
and everything
asking,
like that.
because it seems like he ain't gonna make the deadline. So I just want to know what you got there.
No, yeah.
If I may interject, there's a bond on that too, so that he doesn't make the deadline to use the bonds.
So the city's covered.
Okay. This is for you, Judith. Can you tell me how much we got in the retaining wall escrow account?
Retaining wall?
Yeah, that the state mandated us, PennDOT did, like almost 10 years ago. We're supposed to have this money that you guys are taking out of our taxes for the escrow account. You're supposed to be in charge of that.
Well, I wasn't here 10 years ago,
No,
but I'll
but,
certainly look into it.
They started taking taxes from us 2 years now. You've been here more than 2 years.
There's
I
no
haven't. It's been a year
tax,
and a half.
there's no millage rate toward the retaining wall, whatever fund you called it. So you can look at the ordinance setting the tax for
But they're
2018.
taking money, the sewage authority.
That's the sewage authority.
Oh, that's not.
You gotta go across the river.
Look at, but then we got the retaining wall that you're supposed to pay. The city of Monessen is supposed to provide funds to put that. I think that retaining wall
Ernie.
tank could cost $2.5 million.
You talk about the
Tank.
EQ tank.
Tank, okay. Okay.
That's not a retaining wall.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
well,
that's not on the
okay.
agenda. So if you want to ask that question, please ask it afterwards.
All right, then, one other question here.
Ernie, is it on in the agenda?
Well, yeah, it's finances.
Okay.
Okay, how much do you have left from your, tandem? Is it all gone?
We have about $230,000.
Okay,
Yeah.
out of that amount, how are you gonna pay what bills that you got piled up now? Like, where's it gonna go?
We pay the bills as they come in.
Taxes will start coming in.
When taxes come in,
March
we'll
1st.
replenish it and put portions behind, so we make sure we have enough money to pay the tandem on the end of June. I think it's June.
We're actually making payments on the tandem. We started.
Already?
We started.
You started already?
Yes, we started on February 15th.
But you still have money left.
Yes.
233,000, I think, as of this morning.
Okay. So far, has the garbage collection go pretty good this year?
Yeah, we got, what did Marvin say?
As of January, it's 21,000. That was the end of January.
That's just back
Yeah.
what people owed the city. That's what we collected so
Extra,
far.
21,000 extra, plus whatever is coming in this year.
There's gonna be a report on this, as always.
Okay. So, all right, I'll talk later for the non-agenda.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, we have correspondence. We have a letter from Westmoreland Conservation District concerning the West Nile Virus Control Program with 2018 mosquito season statistics and urging municipalities to adopt standing wet water mosquito codes. Also notice of a tire recycling event at the Westmoreland Clean Waste Recycling Center on Saturday, April 13th, 2019, including discount tire recycling fees of $1 off a regular fee. Mr. Saxon, Treasurer's report?
Where is the recycling center at? Do you know?
It's in your
Westmoreland,
paper.
I didn't know if it was in
It's
Greensboro.
in-
or-
Address?
it's in here.
It's in Greensboro. I didn't know if it was in- That's
Latrobe.
what I was thinking, it might be in
Latrobe,
Greensboro.
113 Innovative Lane, Latrobe.
Latrobe.
Yeah, I'll post this. I'll post this on the board also, so if anybody wants to pick one up, I'll make a copy for you.
Jared?
Yes,
Thank you.
members of City Council, lady and gentlemen. Garbage fees and city real estate taxes collected for the month of January. Garbage fees revenues. Current for January, $223,468. Year-to-date, $223,468. The 2019 budget is $370,000. Delinquent, January, $21,884.13. Year-to-date, $21,884.13. 2019 budgeted, $203,000. Garbage Housing Authority, quarterly payment, we received none. The budgeted amount for 2019 is $67,800. Total budget amount for 2019 for garbage is $640,800. Garbage fees collected for 2019, January, $125.35. Year-to-date, $125.35. 2019 budgeted, $100,000. City real estate taxes, revenues. Current, January, we received nothing. Year-to-date is zero also. Delinquent city taxes, prior year collected, January, $8,220.60. Year-to-date, $8,220.60. 2019 budgeted, $1,000. City taxes collected by Westmoreland Tax Bureau quarterly, we received nothing year-to-date, and the budget amount is $100,000. Total year-to-date taxes received, $8,220.60. The distribution of tax funds, real estate tax funds, will be as follows. $5,272.04 to the general fund, $1,969.82 for the debt service fund. The Parks Fund will receive $773.12, and the Library Fund will receive $205.62. for a total of $8,220.60. That concludes my report. I need a motion on this.
We have a motion to accept the treasurer's report as described.
Thank you.
Second.
Councilman Finn,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome.
Okay. Police report ending January 2019. Parking meter receipts, $961.70. Parking fines and forfeitures, $534. Parking permits, $2,050. Total miscellaneous collections, $185. Total receipts from the District Justice Office, $1,371.39. Total receipts collected for January 2019 was $5,102.99. There were a total, in January for department calls, completely of everything, we have 673 calls for the month. And I think that ends the police report. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to renew the Farmers Bank certificate of deposit in the amount of $100,000 for a period of 2 years at an interest rate of 2.6%.
Second.
Any second? Questions on the motion?
Councilman Finn,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas.
Yes.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the transfer of the police pension fund and fireman's pension fund from Rayland Asset Management to Huntington Private Bank to be completed according to resolution number 7-2011.
Second.
Any second? Questions on the motion?
Councilman Finn,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas.
Yes.
I would like to make a comment about that. Now, this was the police pension fund that we were required under the State Auditor General. This is the same pension fund that if some of you might remember going back a year, that the mayor sent out his second day in office, sending letters out to the one company that was currently with the city, and he sent letters also out to the State Auditor General and everything else, that he had a fiduciary responsibility, and he was watching to make sure everything was being done legally and up, and he felt that it was wrong, and he wanted to investigate it. Well, we've seen what happened over the course of a year. That has now wrapped up. We are now done with it. It was a unanimous decision to go with Huntington. But the point I want to bring out to everybody is, the mayor stood there and wrote these letters and put big things in the paper, and he did his fireside chat, and this is corrupt, and this doesn't make sense, and I'm going to watch out because nobody's watching City Hall. Just so you know, we had 2 meetings, I'm sorry. We had 2 meetings with the Police Pension Board. One when everything was presented, and then we got together to decide. At no time during any of these discussions was the mayor available, here, nor did he participate for 1 second in the same thing that he had the gall to complain about to everybody in the paper and all over the town. So if you're going to stand on your pulpit and you're so adamant about things were done illegally, and this is a wrong that need to be righted, and this could be illegal, and this could be ethics, and this could be everything, why would you choose to do that and never even participate 1 second in the outcome? Okay, this is the second reading of the proposed ordinance 1-2019, an ordinance of the Council for the City of Monessen, Westmoreland County, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, providing for the assessment of reasonable fines for absences at regular or special meetings of council for the City of Monessen.
Second.
We don't have to second.
Oh, good. I kind of got anxious about it.
Okay, now you can get ready. A motion to adopt proposed ordinance 1-2019, an ordinance of the Commonwealth the council for the city of Monessen, Westmoreland County, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, providing for the assessment of reasonable fines for absences at regular or special meetings of council for the city of Monessen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. We have questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski,
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas,
Yes.
I have a
I was
motion to
excited
approve.
about that one, sorry.
What's that?
I said I was excited about that one,
I
sorry.
see that. I have a motion to approve, I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 8-2019, certifying the city's local match in the amount of $4,697 for state operating fiscal assistance to the, I think it's Mon Valley, Mid-Mon Valley Transit Authority, I thought so, for fiscal year 2019, 2020, to be provided by June 30th, 2020.
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski,
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas,
Yes.
A motion to advertise for bids for the fiscal year 2017 CDBG roadway rehabilitation project, Phase 1, consisting of McKean Avenue, beginning at 6th Street on March 1st, 2019, and March 6th, 2019, for a bid opening on March 13th, 2019, and to authorize Acting Mayor Orzachowski or City Administrator Judith Taylor to open bids and award the project to the lowest responsible bidder.
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski,
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas,
Yes.
Motion to approve payment to Ford Business Machines, Inc. for lease of copier for the month of February 2019 to be paid out of CDBG funds in the amount of $75.
I'll second it, but I have a question about
Questions on the motion?
the, we need to figure out how long we've been paying for that and when that lease is up. I feel like for that quality of a copier, to continue paying $75 a month, it'd probably be better in the long run just to buy one.
It's not this copier. You're talking about this one here?
No, that's the big one, right?
no, it's a little one. in
No,
the
the
back.
little one over there.
No, it's
Yeah,
the little one in the back. This one we pay $300 a month.
Yeah, but that's even smaller for $75 a month. I just think we should take a look at it.
I am right now.
Okay.
Actually, I really am, because I got some prices on what it would cost. But this one here is leased. Prior council went into a 5-year lease agreement.
For $300 a month?
I'm sorry?
For $300 a month?
That includes maintenance and toner and everything, but if you go across, we average 4,000 pages a month. So if you bought a case of paper, it would be cheaper just to buy the paper and don't have that cost. The only problem is we're paying over $15,000 for that over a 5-year period. We could buy one for $4,000 brand new,
I know.
but we have,
We're locked into that lease.
well, I'm going to ask our solicitor to take a look at it.
Okay. Sorry, guys, I get.
Councilman Fian,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski,
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas,
Yes.
There'll be a library board report if anybody would like to see it for January, and a financial report for the month of January if you'd like to see it. Make a motion to approve partial payment to Rittenhour and Sons Construction Company, Inc. for periodic estimate number 5, invoice number MON-006, in the amount of $7,500 for the 2018 downtown Monessen demolition and site clearance project per the recommendations of WEC, Inc., to be paid out of the bond refinancing funds.
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski,
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas,
Yes.
A motion to approve partial payment to Stash Trucking for periodic estimate number 2, invoice number 2, in the amount of $25,000 for the 279 Schoonamaker Avenue demolition and site clearance project, according to the recommendations of WC Inc., and submission of required documentation to be paid out of the Economic and Community Development Initiative Grants Fund. They could even say the Stephanos Fund. Questions on the motion?
I'm sorry, Fian, did he second it?
We didn't get, nobody seconded it.
Oh.
Second.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go. Questions on the motion? That's my fault.
Councilman Fian,
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski,
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas,
Yes.
Motion to approve change order number 1 at no-cost change order, a no-cost change order for the 279 Schoonamaker Avenue demolition and site clearance project, according to the recommendation of WC Inc., to replace the specifications for remediation of the site to specific preparation of the site suitable for use as a city parking lot.
Second.
Second, questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
A motion to approve payment to Mon Valley Independent newspaper in the amount of $716 to be paid out of the general fund and to be reimbursed out of the CDBG fund.
Second.
Second, questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve payment to, is it Janowski, Inc., in the amount of $250 for towing of the 2008 Seagrave pumper truck to Cleveland Brothers Equipment Company. You want a second?
Second.
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes. There's a street report and parks report available for those for January 2019, if anyone wants to see them. But we also have a motion to approve a request from Westmoreland County Food Bank to use the Herman Mahalik boat launch for an Operation Fresh Express distribution on Wednesday, September 4th, 2019. What that is Operation Fresh Express, if you aren't aware of it, it's a supplemental food pantry program that offers low-income families and individuals who attend Westmoreland County Food Bank pantries the opportunity to receive fresh dairy, produce, meats at a distribution site. The announcement will be up on the bulletin board. If anyone wants to get the further details, there's the timing and the phone number if you wanted to attend that.
Have a second.
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Thank you, Councilman Thomas. Councilman Fian?
Hey, everybody. Code office financials for the month of January are available. Just give you January's. We took in $10,926.67. That included one demo permit, 3 hearings, and 11 certification letters for back garbage owed. Fire report for the month of January is, they were really busy the other night, by the way. 'Cause my phone goes off whenever they get their alarms. And that night the wind went off. There was like, what, 20,
It's 25, somewhere in that area.
24-hour span. So I just wanted to say thank you to the firemen, both departments. They really were working their butts off. But in the month of January, the members of Monessen Fire Department's companies 1 and 2 devoted a total of 847 man-hours towards the protection and well-being of the city of Monessen and the surrounding communities. EMS report, 109 emergency calls, 11 fire standbys, 9 public service calls, for a total of 129 incidents in the month of January. I have the Civic Center report. It's a little lengthy, so I'll have it posted for you guys to review. I'd also like to make a motion to authorize the city administrator to apply for a grant through the Pennsylvania Department of Natural Resources, Recreation and Conservation Grants Program to aid in the rehabilitation of Anthony Madison Memorial Park.
Second.
Any questions?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Orzachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
That last motion that just was passed 2 weeks ago, I explained to everybody the city should have never sold the pumpkin patch property, and we reacquired that property, but now council has to go and pretty much build a new park. This grant is part of that process. It's something DCNR provides, so hopefully that will help the city along. I know Mr. Telegraphis asked about delinquent garbage collection. You saw it was about $21,000 for the month of January. Last I talked to Marvin Davis, the city's code enforcement officer, we're inching closer to $30,000. That $30,000 was collected without me having to go to a magistrate's hearing. We have a few of those coming up in March. where we'll be able to, as part of the judgment, any filing fees and the lawyer's fees to be recouped from that. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Mr. Vlasic?
The general fund checking account of Community Bank with bank reconciliation as of December 31st, 2018. Should be January 31st, 2019.
No, that is December, I'm sorry. That, we don't have one for January because the auditors are here and they have all their documents, so that's December.
Beginning bank balance, $283,070.33. Deposits total $312,166.28, for a total of $595,236.61. Checks cashed, $348,097.92, for an actual bank balance of $247,138.69. Deposits in transit, $12,996.47. Outstanding checks, $47,902.85. And there was an adjustment of $3,724.32 for a final amount reconciled to the balance sheet of $215,956.63. That's one.
Make a motion to approve payment on checks already released from the general fund for the month of February 2019 in the amount of $231,506.46. Have a second.
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
A motion to approve electronic transfers from the general fund to the payroll fund for payroll for February 2019 in the amount of $107,184.63. Have a second. Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Motion to approve electronic transfers from the general fund to the healthcare account for healthcare expenditures for the month of February 2019 in the amount of $56,000.
Second.
Have a second. Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Motion to approve payment of the general fund expenditures for the month of February 2019 in the amount of $81,476.35.
Second.
Second. Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Motion to approve payment of the Parks Fund expenditures for the month of February 2019 in the amount of $1,065.19.
Second.
Have a second. Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Motion to approve payment of Recreation Board expenditures for the month of February 2019 in the amount of $7,193.15.
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
A motion to approve payment of the line usage fund expenditures for the month of February 2019 in the amount of $14,862.80.
Second.
Second. Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Motion to approve payment of the Monessen Public Library Fund contributions for the months of November 2018 through January 2019 in the amount of $2,216.52.
Second.
Questions on the motion?
Councilman Fian?
Aye.
Councilman Rosachowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Thomas?
Yes.
Before you go into that, Chris,
Sure.
I just wanted to thank Kent, Sue, and Salvation Army for once again opening a warming center to help the citizens of Monessen and surrounding communities. I appreciate that. She was on point too. I texted her and said, "Can we get something rolling?" And she was ready.
Thank you.
Because I have good volunteers, good staff, good volunteers.
Thank you.
Okay, before we get into public comment, I just have one little tidbit I want to throw out there. Tuesday in the Mon Valley Independent, there was some nice articles out there, Visit Rediscover Monessen, and this is the page, one of the pages that was out there. But what I want to bring to everybody's attention, spring is almost upon us, and people usually plan ahead to little events and things they want to do. Okay, there's a nice little side thing here that says Monessen Summer Concert Series, and it lists things that are in the city park, amphitheater, and again, City Park and Amphitheater. The reason I bring this out is this is partially factual, but it's not really factual. What I mean by that is, as of today, no one has approached the city to reserve or put a deposit on the amphitheater or anything that's going to be held in the park. So I would hate to have people plan their events around some things they know in the future are going to happen, and up to this point right now, this morning, there's no reservations and there's no deposits. So as far as the city's concerned, there's nothing going on. So my question is why would something be taken out and published that hasn't even been asked to happen yet? Not saying they're not worthwhile things, of course they always are, but you don't advertise and then ask, can we rent something? For all we know, somebody could come in tomorrow and rent the amphitheater for those days, and then you've been already told that something's happening, and that's not the truth. So I just wanted to bring that out in case anybody caught this and put it on their schedule and said, oh, I'd like to go to that. We'll have public comment on non-agenda items.
Okay, my name's Ernie Telegraph, that's 29 Rex Boulevard. By the way, just on that topic alone, how could the newspaper publish something without contacting you? Did they contact anyone?
I'm assuming someone took that ad out, but I have no idea. You'd have to speak to the Mon Valley Independent.
It's crazy. But anyway, this is very important what's coming up. Today, I got a letter from People's Gas. Did you guys get a letter? They're going to increase the rates 14%.
I haven't been home yet, so.
Okay. I got one that blew me away within the next 3 months. So I'm over there looking, that's why I asked Judith. We've been paying 4 meals. There was a 71% increase 2 years ago for that increased line usage fee. And that's why I asked you, how much money do we have there? Because we're going to be responsible to replace that tank, which costs around $2.7 million.
It's $174,000 in your account.
Okay.
Oh, no, we're talking.
You're
no,
talking
he's
about
the
natural
ET.
gas?
No, I think this is.
I switched from, I just said that all these bills are running up. The city's been taking 4 meals every year, equivalent to $250,000 a year. There should be $500,000 in there. You've been using it for some.
$500,000?
Yeah.
Well, Ernie, you have to.
No, I mean,
4 meals.
no,
A
it's
year.
only $5 a year.
Yeah, but it's 4 meals.
No, it isn't. It's based on, it's a fee or a, what do you call it, just a bill amount, it's an invoice amount. It's not a millage, it's not based on how much we
It's not
collect in
millage?
taxes.
Okay.
No, sir. It's
So
just
how much do you have
strictly-
now? 174.
No, we have 92,000.
Oh, the 174 is the other
Yeah, I'm sorry.
account. 92,000. But don't forget, before we go any farther, that's used for inlet repairs.
Oh, so you're going to use
Collapsed.
this for other things too?
Of course, yes. If there's
But
collapses.
what's going to happen when we have to be forced to get that tank? You guys going to increase, or the sewage authority going to increase, or who's in charge? They're going to add more fees to us? That's why I'm bringing it up, because I just got notice about People's Gas raising rates 14%, and we got this coming down the road. And then you guys just got done with 6% millage, and I don't know where you're gonna go next year with it. So I'm a little concerned, and that's why I hope, like you were on the boat, and you got the little people to bring in the garbage fees. You gotta go after at least 6 or 8 of these companies that used to pay more money. Because you guys ain't gonna make it. You can't just keep piling it up on the little guy.
Well, remember something, Ernie. Again, and I've said this time and time again. You could throw all the money you want at a problem, but you have to address and fix the problem.
Yeah, but part of the problem is we're not getting our fair share.
But that
from-
doesn't solve,
From these big businesses.
you're not gonna get $300,000.
Well, wait a minute, the Coke plant used to pay $184,000, and they're only paying $10,400 for 45 prime acres. Okay, you could at least get $100,000 from them. You're right there, 1/3 to 300,000. And then you got, then unfortunately, you guys also brought that Indian guy down from 172 down to 9,400. You may have to go back up and get another 50,000.
The city has never seen a dime from that building as far as tax revenue until they sold it. That building's been tax exempt since, I think,
Yeah.
1969, so.
Oh, okay, but 2 years, how much did you collect on those 2 years of property and school tax?
We don't keep them.
Okay, property tax. You guys gotta go after these 6 businesses that are real bad, and you said you're gonna have this list for us, when, the end of March, which is 4 weeks away.
I was mistaken. March 1st is the Allegheny County deadline. We have till August 1st here in West Moreland.
August 1st.
Like Tony said, we're not gonna throw money at a problem that might not be worth
You
it.
don't need to throw money, send them a letter first, and tell them that we could do it amicably, or we could do it hard way down the road. Just send them a letter and see what you're able to get from them. But you gotta raise that level, because you can't just keep putting millage on people and higher fees. That's what I'm saying, I just hope we're all working together, but for some reason, I don't know why nobody wants to undo the injustices of the past.
We're
Because
trying,
that's part
man.
of the problem.
We are.
trying.
There's so much that's the problem.
And the thing is, it's just not that piece of the puzzle, just that part. There's a
Right.
lot of other parts that go around it that add it all up to what we bring in. We spend more than we bring in, bottom line. And this isn't something new. I've talked about this since I've been on, I got elected council, and we've been looking at this. There's a lot of things that have
I
to
just
change.
hope, Mr. Delfonso, if you're gonna help bring some light to it before all this. Because that's like another 6, 7 months away.
No, he is currently still working on
One of
it.
the problems, if I
It's
may
not-
interject, is you can't retroactively tax somebody. They can establish the tax for next year. They can't go back and change the tax for last year.
Okay, but they gotta do it because he's thinking about increasing more
They do that by
millage.
August, and that'll
No,
take
it's-
effect the next
I
month.
didn't say that.
You said the 6 mills was only good to bring us to the present.
I didn't lie.
Okay,
5.68
so
mils
what's
was
gonna
to break
happen
us
next
here.
year? What's gonna happen next year?
It's no different than I've told everybody. It's not a pretty picture.
Okay, listen, I'm not blaming you, I'm just trying to tell you, that's part of the answers to our problems here. You guys gotta go after these 6 or 7 or 8 people.
We are looking at it, man.
It could create
Second-
additional problems, though.
Why?
There could be some of these properties that are overassessed. So you know what happens if I go and file a tax appeal on a property that's overassessed?
Overassessed?
Yeah,
Come on.
it's possible.
No.
Property values around the city aren't going up, Ernie.
No, but
They've
they got
historically
prime,
decreased, and
but
they're
they got
nosediving.
prime river properties.
It's not prime river property. You couldn't put anything else there without a substantial project that costs millions of dollars, tens of millions of
But
dollars.
they got $1 million business.
You know how much it would cost
We don't own
to
it.
remediate the riverfront?
What did Homestead pay for theirs?
We don't own the property.
Right.
Yeah, but we're saying,
That's how you value the property. What else could you put there? There's nothing else that feasibly could be placed there without,
I
it's a
just hope-
brownfield project.
I just hope you apply some brains here to see what you could get out of them. Because you can't just let them go. They've been, 12 years they've been getting away with it. But anyway, one last question. I saw a weather report. We're supposed to get 2 inches by tomorrow, but then this weekend, 8 to 10 inches. Did you see that?
no, I didn't see the,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
saw
saw
that
the two.
Yeah, okay, now, you guys got 2 broken trucks. How are you gonna handle a big, snow? You guys got 2 broken trucks.
I'm gonna put a plow on my golf cart and go drive around the city.
But you guys got 2 broken trucks and you're supposed to fix them. And,
They're at the garage.
They're at the plenty on the
yeah,
office,
but
they're just
they're
waiting
gonna
for
be
parts
ready
to
by
come
this
in.
weekend. It's only 2 days away from now. And then tonight we're gonna get hit a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, you guys gotta be on it, because, the roads are gonna get more busted up.
Okay, on the trucks, Ernie, 2 hydraulics went out, okay? We were asked or told, they used to take them down to J&J? J&J in, thank you, couldn't remember what it was, Somerset.
The Somerset.
Wait. So I called around, and then the pump was gonna cost $2,700
Yes.
install.
Per truck.
Per truck, thank you. I called around, found a pump supplier
Bless you.
right in Pricedale, which is right under 70, okay? Took it over there, and we ended up saving $1,000 per vehicle, plus time and energy, because it would have taken two of the guys to drive 2 vehicles down to Somerset, come back with one, and then have to do it again, all right? So we are leveraging and trying to save money
Yeah,
everywhere
that's
we
good.
can.
Can you sit down and work out a contract with them and get a good rate?
Right now, they're working on it.
Yeah.
One's coming back.
Oh, you mean the mechanics?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the truck's already there.
we'd like to work with them, especially at that discounted price.
Because I'm looking at all these expenses going up, food's going up, gas now just hit 279, if you're on 51.
I just filled up on 51, I know.
So like all this is coming up and all we need now is more from this end, hitting us with more taxes. And then we got the school board, that's one last comment. You guys putting a liaison to be able to?
I will be at the next school board meeting,
Okay, because that's a runaway train.
and I'll sit far away from
Thanks, sir.
My name is Tom Rinkovitz. I live at 926 Alexander Avenue. And I wanted to talk about the atomic materials being brought into town. Now, the man who's bringing it in has struck out in Belgium. He left a dirty site. He left a dirty site in Canada. If he comes to Monessen and leaves a dirty site, who's going to clean it up? So what I'm suggesting is that you have an ordinance that he has to put up a bond if he comes in with anybody coming in with atomic material, has to put up a bond to clean up the site, like a $30 or $40 million bond. And you can pass that, put that in effect. But I suggest you do it quickly, because I see the ex-mayor meets with the man who bought the building. He meets with him almost weekly. 2 weeks in a row I saw him out at Eden Park. Now, they don't meet in the front, they go way in the back. I don't know what they do, what they talk about, or what they exchange. But I'm thinking he'll be working against this $20 or $30 million bond. On the wage taxes, I asked last time about the wage tax, and you said you turned it over to Birkenheim. Can you tell me how that was brought, how that was done, why you went to Birkenheim? Can anybody tell me that?
That's who was previously.
That's, we've had that like our
For years.
wage taxes for some time.
Are they effective? Have you seen their records? Are they computerized?
They send us a report every month.
Are they computerized?
I'm sure they are.
They are management.
Has anybody here seen their records, or their record-keeping system?
I'm not sure why we would want to look at the record-keeping system as long as they're doing the job that we're contracting them to do.
Okay, they give you a monthly report. How much is coming to the city so far this year?
I don't have that phone number. I'm sorry, I can get that information for you.
Very good.
Okay, so just leave your phone number and I'll
Okay.
call you.
I really suggest you move on that bond issue, because you had to get people coming into town who mine coal, and you had no ordinance against it, nothing to fight it. And you can't do it after the fact, you have to do it before.
That's a good idea.
So I'm saying, put in the bond before. Now, if the person doesn't want to pay for that bond, they can leave town. And I wouldn't mind if he left. Because if you bring in something like plutonium, you have a half-life of 10,000 years. So that can be dirty for 10,000 years unless somebody cleans it up. Who's going to clean it up? Monessen, Pennsylvania, the federal government? Nobody's going to clean it up.
I believe that was addressed, sir, if you quite remember, that the Mon Valley Independent and the Herald and everybody else went down there and actually went in the basement, and there was no talk, there was
Well,
no.
they haven't moved all their stuff
Ernie,
in.
you had your moment.
Well, I
They
mean-
empty rooms.
Yeah, but
There was nothing there. He's not bringing anything in that's nuclear plutonium.
Well, then,
The paper reported on that very specifically. The DEP has mandated what he can do and what he can't do. So I would not go off on rumors of what happened in Belgium, because those haven't really ever been substantiated, and quite frankly, that's his business. And I remember the paper reporting that the FDA, no, the DEP, excuse me, actually made a comment about that. And their comment was that they don't comment what happens in other countries and how they do their regulatory issues. So there are no little green men boozing out of barrels down there. We proved that. Okay, that's done. All right. And nothing's happened for
I
a
had
word.
somebody make
Yeah,
a
but
comment
that's
and
a
say
good
we should
idea.
call the EPA.
I'm sorry?
Somebody commented at the table here about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we should contact, the people in Monessen should contact the EPA about
I'm sure you're more than welcome to do that.
Sir,
It's not our, I'm saying pass a bond issue as a code, that they have to put up an amount of money, a bond, to clean up the site before they can move in here.
That's not
That's
a
all.
bad
you're, I don't, see an issue with the bond thing, but your facts about the half-life was wrong.
Plutonium,
He's not bringing in plutonium.
I didn't, well,
So the medical seeds that they use, that he's bringing in, okay,
is nice to it.
yeah. My mother, who's been in microbiology for 30 years, has worked with them every day. She doesn't go green, and she has no radiation poisoning. Also, these things are shipped via FedEx on a daily basis throughout the world.
Yes.
You don't see FedEx drivers getting radiation poisoning. So, like I gave Ernie the facts and what actually he's bringing in, it gave a description of the seeds. They're like this big.
My issue is with cleaning up the site after he moves.
No, I understand that, sir.
So
But
what I'm saying is, why can't you require him to have a bond?
Hasn't even moved in.
Or performance bond, as you
Well,
call it.
you do it before, not after the fact.
Yeah, you can't do it after he's in here with the stuff.
no, I understand that. But
Okay, I like with the coal, do we have anything that prohibits people from mining coal in Monessen? Because it's all underlaid with the Pittsburgh scene.
yeah, so that was a problem back into the Depression. So and that's why you get a lot of mine subsidence in the city of Monessen, because during the Depression, people were hurting for heating materials for their house. So not only did they go in illegally into the mine shafts and mine coal, but they also decided to take the supporting beams of the tunnels and burn those in their houses. So that is the issue with the mine subsidence in the city of Monessen and pretty much this half of Pennsylvania.
Are you saying there's people actively mining coal in the city right now?
I'm not saying that, I'm saying there was an issue about 2 or 3 years ago where they mined up off 906, or not 906, but it's Tyrell Boulevard. And everybody's complaining, there was a gentleman complaining his property was being devalued, and I guess he since moved. But there was nothing the city could do about it because there was no ordinance. So that's it. And I bet today there's still no ordinance. So I'm saying, let's get this bond issue, this performance bond thing in before the guy brings in dirty stuff. I'm not saying he's bringing in dirty stuff, but if he puts up the bond, we'll be able to clean it up.
You're saying to cover our
Yes, that's all.
It's like insurance. I mean, if he's gonna come in and bring in dirty stuff, have a performance bond out there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Make sure you give Judy your phone number so she can get you that other report.
Tina Odell, 1252 Ross Straver Street. I just wanted to say something about that standing water code. Like, I think it's a good idea because I've seen pools, very green, and never open in the summer. So they're like big breeding ground. There's one actually close to where I live. Yeah.
We were just
And
talking
last
about
year,
that.
there was a lot of mosquitoes.
I think it might be in the quality of life ordinance.
If not, we can amend the ordinance to add it.
Okay, and the other thing I wanted to bring up was the lease for the copiers. I mean, I would look at how much the toner costs for 5 years and how much the paper costs for 5 years and how much it would cost if it needs fixed and everything else because, and if they'll replace it if it breaks, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot, but you gotta look at all that before you make that decision because you might be better off. And there was one other thing. Oh, and then about the downtown buildings and the taxes, like, doesn't Farnham about own most of those buildings? So,
Down, that riverfront, that river park area.
They sold one of their buildings.
I don't have to look through it.
Well, anyway, Fort Without owns most of that waterfront property, so we really can't do anything down there to get a waterfront, first of all. Second of all, like, if we gotta watch, like you were saying about who we go after and what we do, because they can leave, and we won't get anything from it. Because that's what happens a lot of times. They leave, and they go somewhere else.
Sometimes the donors, they shut them up.
They leave, and then we get nothing.
We're short $350,000 a year.
That's all.
The other thing you gotta remember though, when you look at the code plan, you can look at them and say they need to pay $100,000 more or something else. That is not the only impact to the community and other surrounding communities. The people that work there, when Randy and we met with him and toured the place, okay, the average salary there is in the upper 60s to mid 70s, okay? That's a pretty darn good wage for around this area, okay? And they're having people work there from Monessen, Charleroi, Monongahela, New Eagle, all those. I think somebody even drives a good hour and a half all the way down to Altoona or somewhere. You go where the work is and what you're good at, okay?
Okay, I'm not saying to get 180,000, I'm just saying you could get a lot more than what we're getting now, and they're not gonna get up and leave if they gotta pay $50,000 more a year. But it'll cost them millions just to pick up and go.
We're looking into it.
Okay. And if you got this job right, Mr. Del Ponte will get something.
Oh, it's all right.
You didn't give me $1 back, did you? Any more comments, please?
I like it, you're picking on him instead of me. It's nice.
Yeah, what happened?
First off, I'm Ron Moser, 25 Colonial, 216 3rd Street. And just been coming to city council meetings for quite some time. Wanted to make a couple of points. First off, no, I'm not running for office. A lot of people get up here, I think they feel like they're trying to run for office. I'm not.
You're too late anyway.
That's right. Well, not necessarily. But let me pass on my appreciation to city council members here tonight. They have demonstrated exceptional cooperation between themselves and have a clear dedication to the city. They have done an excellent job. We need to keep in mind that each of the council members have full-time jobs to pay the bills on top of their municipal duties. I'm willing to bet the municipal duties keep them up at night and dig into any spare time that they used to enjoy. Have you had time to study the night sky on your telescope lately, Mayor?
Not in 2 years.
Well, City Council isn't operating in a vacuum, however. They have city administrator reporting directly to them, who is only limited by council demands. Also, under each of the council members exist departments with numerous city workers, including the police, the streets and parks department, code enforcement, and all the office workers to assist in keeping up with all the city demands. As citizens, we too are in the game. We all drive on deplorable roads that are worse than many war-torn third world countries. Several of our streets have been undermined due to all the rain and are in imminent danger of failure. Our sewer system has failed in many places and mysterious sinkholes have opened up, indicative of more to come. Our city vehicles are in desperate need of work and or replacement. Some are polluting the air to rival our friends at ArcelorMittal, and some are parked outside the city garage awaiting repair or junking. Now, don't forget, we all need to check our mail next week, as we should be receiving a new and improved tax bill with a $6 million increase. Even with this tax increase, we've been warned that none of the above problems will be solved. Things are clearly on a slippery slope. Let me say it again, no, I'm not running for office. I'd much rather spend my time thinking about outside the box. The citizens elected only one of our city council members here tonight. The other two were appointed, and the two that are not here are simply major disappointments. Bottom line is we have 3 people here to run the city. We still have choices. We, the citizens, question city council about every contract they issue. They perhaps rightfully then impose a very hard line on city workers, volunteers, and contractors. As an example, the pressure placed on the demolition contractors has resulted in accidents and the loss of goodwill and thousands of dollars. The contractors right now and Stash likely will never want to do business with Monessen again, and word travels fast in the industry. Be assured the cost of future projects may be too high for dwindling resources. What did we gain? Did we even ask what the issues were, or why it's taking so long? Another approach might be to take on a little softer and more understanding role. It doesn't have to result in mass mayhem or catastrophic actions. The majority of our downtown street problems are the result of PennDOT that they're working on. With all the bitterly cold and wet weather, they have slowed down, and what was supposed to be done last year will continue for several more months. We also have a simple traffic study. Yes, it's PennDOT Street, but even they listen to the public and would surely hear the city if there was a better idea. Just as we did when PennDOT removed the stoplight at 5th and Donner and replaced it with a four-way stop sign. Help has repeatedly been offered by former mayors and even citizens. It seems that City Council always refused or shied away from outside ideas. Is Council so insecure that they are afraid to accept help? Why not encourage volunteer groups for everything from fundraising to street cleaning to project management? City Council has the ability to form boards and appoint members to address any city-related activity they want. How come nobody ever talks about the grassroots report and the suggested action that they produced almost 2 years ago? How many have actually taken time to read it, review it? Is there nothing of interest in it for all the thousands of dollars we invested with it? I've got a copy of it. It was given to me by former City Council member Charvelli. It's actually quite a document. There's a lot of good stuff in it, a lot of stuff that probably makes no sense whatsoever. But as far as I know, it's never been discussed between the city and the citizens. What I'm really asking is City Council to establish an advisory board that has the freedom to solicit and review ideas from the public and that offer possibilities for improvement to the city and the quality of life to the citizens. There are many organizations already established that need to be encouraged. The list includes the Planning Commission, the Redevelopment Authority, the Mon Valley Progress Council, the Historical Society, the Property Maintenance, Monessen City Park Amphitheater Committee, the Vacant Property Board, the Library Board, and the list goes on. Is it possible for the current City Council members to act as an attending liaison to all these at every meeting? Not even.
No. Maybe if we had the other two.
Or some help.
Yeah. Now, we did, I didn't know if you were finished, I didn't want to cut you off.
It seems that we've all gone to our respective corners and waiting for the bell to ring so we can go out fighting again. What if we can't change and work together? Should we simply go Act 47 and put all of this out of our misery? It seems inevitable that this might turn out to be the best and only solution. We have to change our ways. And I do mean we, both City Council and the citizens. What we are doing is simply not working. No, I am not running for office. But let me make this perfectly clear. I'm eager and willing to help in anything I can.
To touch on your advisory thing, the advisory committee, we did, so we have that comprehensive plan that's getting built, which is part of the early intervention program, and there were 20 citizens nominated to be on the advisory committee. I think 20, a bit more. And there's going to be another selection process for a secondary board.
Focus groups.
Yeah,
They'll be
focus
having
groups and
focus
everything.
groups, and they will be having open houses too in different locations throughout Monessen for the residents of Monessen to come and attend those meetings also too. And they are including the grassroots in that plan. So that isn't taking place right now, but there will be meetings held for everybody. Whoever wants to come, they'll be publicized and they can come and put their input in, join the focus groups and everything.
And I think that would be very important to the
And
citizens of
that's what
Monessen.
they're doing. They're gonna make focus groups. So.
The only thing I ask is anybody who attends, you leave your issues with one another at the door, you go in and work with each other. I mean, heck, Donnie Greger and I argue all the time, but I nominated him for one position. I just think he has good ideas sometimes, you know, so we gotta put our differences aside and work together, because, I mean,
Well, that's it, and what I'm really saying is we've got to set our sights much higher. If we're going to be fighting on little bitty issues that come up all the time, we're never going to get out of that. We've got to set our sights much higher. We got to find a way above all this and all work together to get there.
heck, over the last couple months, Ernie and I don't even argue anymore.
There you go.
No, I'm working from Mr. Jackson
Your way down.
this way.
That's fine, you can take it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any other comments? There'll be an executive session afterwards. That's it. Have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Ian?
I know.
Aye.
Sure.
Yes.